we've been on this Giving Tuesday kick, and what if I told you there's a way you could give back to the local community while maybe hitting a few bars, having a couple drinks? If that's something that you might be into, we have a special guest, Rob Weed, on the couch to tell us a little bit more. Welcome, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Paige. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm Rob Weed with the Rehoboth Beach Santa Bar Crawl, and this is our third year for the event. You know, it started a few years ago where Rehoboth is always having some type of crawl. I feel like it's a gumbo crawl or a chili crawl. And every year I always said, you know, why is there no Santa Bar Crawl? So threw it together a couple years ago, and it's grown into a really large event. This year we have 25 participating locations.
Nice.
We tie in a couple charities.
Especially in this kind of area, maybe you have people coming home or they're visiting the beach area and you want to do something fun with your friends. I think this is such a fun way to show people the area and reconnect. But you're right, I haven't heard of a lot of bar crawls that actually give back. Normally they're just like a fun thing to do. So why was it important for you that you include that aspect in this?
It's really nice that we're able to do that, but there are a lot of people, especially this time of year, that can't do that. Why? Because they're working their second or their third job on that Saturday just to put Christmas dinner on the table or some gifts under the tree. So that's why it was only fitting for during the Christmas season to tie in a charity, be able to give back to the community locally. One of the beneficiaries is Toys for Tots, and all the toys that we collect stay here in Sussex County. Last year we collected close to 2,500 toys, and this year my goal is to break 3,000 toys this year.
That's impressive, especially for how early you guys are. I mean, this is, you said, the third year, or you've had 3 years in the past?
This is the third year,
Wow.
so this is our third annual. The first year we had about 600 people, and we collected about 1,300 toys.
Well, what kind of route are people going to be taking during this?
So the whole thing will begin at 1 o'clock. We do a group picture on the boardwalk, and a lot of people will come to that. They want to be in this group picture, which is super fun and cool. People really can go in any order that they want. There is not a set route. Of the 25 locations, they just hop around to whichever ones they prefer to go to in whatever order they want. There's no schedule.
Nice.
And when they arrive at the group picture, we will have a box truck there from Toys for Tots. They can drop off their toy there. If they're coming directly to one of the locations, like one of the participating bars, we'll have the toy drop boxes there also for them.
Cool.
So they have a couple options.
Very cool. I love this. Okay, fantastic. And I'm looking here too. There's a couple other places that you are, it says, proudly supporting. So what other charities and groups are you supporting?
This year we brought in a second charity. It's called the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Have you heard of them before?
I have heard of Tunnels to Towers, yeah.
He was a member of the fire department from New York City. And on Tuesday, September 11th, he was off that day. When the towers were struck by the planes, he was on his way to golf. He turned around, drove to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, strapped on his equipment, and had to run through the tunnel because it was closed that day. That was the last time he was seen alive. He died in the towers. So what his family did is they started this foundation for widows and widowers of surviving families from 9/11. They paid the mortgage for these families so that the mothers or fathers could care for their children and not have to worry about their mortgages.
That's incredible. And who knew that? I mean, you just go to have a fun time with your friends at a bar crawl and you're supporting all these people that, I mean, you may not ever meet, but you're making a difference in their lives.
Yeah, we're asking all of the attendees, this is a non-ticketed event. So what we ask is, in lieu of a ticket, please bring at least one new unwrapped toy for Toys for Tots. And then for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, we have a link on our website. We ask them just to make a nominal $5 donation to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
I think that's incredible. Wow. I think it's very generous too. I mean, like you said, non-ticketed event. Normally it may cost a little bit more than that to go do something like this. So if you don't mind, how can people learn more about the crawl and the charities you're giving back to? How should they get involved with that?
It's RB for Rehoboth Beach, rbsantabarcrawl.com.
Easy enough. Sounds good. Now, last question for you. Should people dress as Santa?
I mean, it's preferred.
Okay.
I mean, you see everything. We see Santas, we see Mrs. Clauses, we see elves. Just as long as they're there, ready to have a good time, that's all I really ask for.
Sounds good. All right, one more time, the time and day of the bar crawl.
This takes place Saturday, this December 7th, beginning at 1 p.m. on the boardwalk, Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk and Wilmington Avenue is where we start off with that group picture.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for what you do and for coming in today to tell us about this.
Thank you for having me. I agree. This is awesome. Thank you.
Of course, anytime. All right, you guys, what a fun way to give back. Make sure you really check that out. Like we said, it's just going to make such a big difference in so many people's lives. But you can also stay put for right now. Coming up on more Coast Life, we are talking more ways you can give back for Giving Tuesday. You don't want to miss it.